हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JVN Dr. Anamika Aherwal, Associate Professor in the Department of Science and Technology at Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to take the lecture on the subject name Data Warehousing and Mining. And today's session is about the difference between a data warehouse and a database. I have already told you about the data warehouse, data mining, database, and you know about the database. Database is basically the storage where you can store your data, like in form of tables, right? And data warehouse is of course a type of database, but the difference is the data is from the heterogeneous sources, and there's different sources of data stored in a warehouse, whereas database you can store data in a homogeneous manner. So this is the, you can say, basic, or you can say initial, very basic difference between these two. If I'm talking about the what is database, so a database stores real-time information about one particular part of your business, and its main job is to produce the daily transactions that your company makes, like regarding which item have to be sold. And the database handles a massive volume of simple queries very quickly. And if we are talking about a data warehouse, so a data warehouse is a system that pulls together data from many different sources within an organization. That's why I told you that data comes from the heterogeneous sources, okay, within an organization for reporting and analysis. Okay, because it is the filtered information, right? So after analysis you can only filter the information which is as per your requirement, right? So the reports created from complex queries within a data warehouse and used to make business decisions. So this stores historical data about your business so that you can analyze and extract insights from it. It does not store current information, nor is it updated in real time, because it is totally based on the analysis, and analysis is not possible on the current data. And if you are analyzing any data, means that data is a historic data, okay, so that is not the current data. Now come to the difference between, or you can see the comparison between these two terms. The main difference between these two terms are, the first is the processing types, like OLAP and OLTP. OLAP is the online analytical processing and OLTP is the online transaction processing. So this OLTP, the database uses OLTP to delete, insert, replace and update large number of short online transactions quickly. And this type of processing immediately responds to users' requests, and so it is used to process the day-to-day operations of a business in real time. For example, if a user wants to reserve a hotel room using an online booking form, the process is executed with OLTP, okay, because it is online, or you can say real time. Whereas the data warehouse uses OLAP in this to analyze massive volumes of data rapidly. This process gives analysts the power to look at your data from different points of view, like even though your database records sales data for every minute, for every minute of every day, you may just want to know the total amount sold each day, right? So to do this, you need to collect and sum the sales data together for each day. Okay, so that is not the real one. So this OLAP is especially designed to do this and using it for data warehousing, like thousands. That's faster than if you used OLTP to perform the same calculation. The second is the in terms of optimization. The database is optimized to update, like add, modify or delete, update data with maximum speed and efficiency. So the response time from databases need to be extremely quick for efficient transactions processing. Okay, so the most important aspect of a database is that it records the right operations in the system. A company won't be in business very long if its database didn't make a record of every purchase. Whereas if we are talking about the data warehouse, these are optimized to rapidly execute a low number of complex queries on large multi-dimensional data sets. Now the another term is the data structure. In terms of this, the data in database are normalized. The goal of normalization is to reduce and even eliminate data redundancy. So means storing the same piece of data more than once. Okay, so you need to eliminate data redundancy. So this reduction of duplicate data leads to increased consistency and thus more accurate data are as the database stores it is only one piece, and the normalization sets normalizing data splits it into many different tables. In this, each table represents a separate entity of the data. Like a database recording book sales may have 3 tables to denote book information, the subject, cover in the book and the publisher, right? So you can store the information. You can see this diagram. This is the book sales. In this title, length, author, price, all these fields have to mention in this book sales table. And after the normalization, book comes into the one table and the subject comes into the another, and then the publisher. So this normalizing data ensures the database takes up minimal disk space, and so it is memory efficient. However, it is not query efficient. Querying a normalized database that can be slow or confluence, you can say. Since businesses want to perform complex queries on that data in their data warehouse, that data is often denormalized and contains repeated data for easier access. This is the normalization diagram and this is the denormalization. It is just opposite to the normalization. So if in terms of comparison, in terms of the data analysis, this database usually just process transactions, but it is also possible to perform data analysis with them. Okay, so as compared to data warehouse, then these are designed to perform complex analytical queries on large multidimensional data sets in a straightforward manner, right? So there is no need to learn advanced theories or how to use sophisticated DBMS software. Not only a few analysis simpler to perform but the result of search in results are much more useful because you can dive deep because you are just filtering that information. Means you are analyzing. Without analyzing, you can't filter the data, right? So data in terms of data timeline, database process the day-to-day transactions for one aspect of the business. Therefore, they typically contain current rather than historical data about one business process. Now, the data warehouse are used to analytical purposes and business reporting. The data warehousing typically store historical data and historical data by integrating copies of transactions data from disparate sources, means from different, or you can say heterogeneous sources. So the next one is the concurrent users. In this concurrent users, database support thousands of concurrent users because they are updated in real time to reflect the business transactions. Whereas in contrast to the data warehouses, this supports a limited number of concurrent users because the data warehouse is supported from front-end applications, and using it involves writing and executing complex queries. And these queries of course are computationally expensive, and so only a small number of copies can be used the system simultaneously. Now the another thing is the ACID compliance. You have already heard about this ACID in the database. The database transactions usually are executed in an ACID, that is atomic, consistent, isolated and durable, compliant manner. So this ensures that data changes in a reliable and high integrity way. So it can be trusted even in the event of errors or power failure. Now, if we are talking about the data warehouse, this focuses on the reading rather than modifying historical data from many different sources, because you cannot change the history. Okay, so if a long time back uh, we see that who am I, and now the thing is who am I, means it is totally different. There is a variation of time. So the data warehouse focuses on basically reading. Okay, now this is always the case using the MySQL and PostgreSQL. You can use this compliance. Now database versus data warehouse, SLAs. In this, more SLAs are different data, different business. Most SLAs for databases state that they must meet 99.99% uptime, because any system failure could result in lost revenue and lawsuits. So the SLA for some reality large data warehouse often have the downtime built into accommodate periodic uploads of new data. So this is less common for modern data warehousing. Now, in terms of database use cases, the database process the day-to-day transactions in an organizations, whereas data warehouses provides high-level reporting and analysis that empower business to make more informed business. So next is the database versus data warehouse comparison. You can say in this, in terms of processing method, online transaction processing is used, and in warehouse OLAP is used. and the optimization is used in this delete, insert, replace and updates large number of short in online transactions quickly, and in warehouse rapidly analyze massive volumes of data and provide different viewpoints for analytics. Now in terms of data structure property, it is the highly normalized data structure with many different tables containing to redundant data. So data is more accurate but slow to retrieve. And if we are if we concerned about data warehouse, it is denormalized data, um, denormalized data structure with the few data organization repeats, like data is potentially less accurate but fast to retrieve. If we are talking about the data timeline of database, this is the current real-time data for one part of the business, whereas in data warehouse it is the historical data for all parts of the business. So in terms of data analysis, analysis is slow and painful due to large number of tables, joins um, needed any needed, and the small time frame of data available. The second is the Aditya is the fast and easy due to uh, due to the small number of tables joins needed toward the extensive time frame of data available. So you can say analysis is fast in data warehouse. So the next property is the concurrent users. In data warehouse, thousands of concurrent users supported, and data warehouse small number of concurrent use we have. So it is of course the large one, you can say, in terms of the analytical data. Now they come to the asset properties. This records data in the asset compliance manner to ensure the highest level of integrity. And the next database, uh, not always asset complaints through some compliance to do after it in the data warehouse. In terms of update time, it is the database is the 99.99% update, whereas warehousing is the downtime is built in to accommodate periodic uploads of new data. So the next is the storage, means this is the in database limited to the user to a single data source from particular business functions, whereas data warehouse all the data sources from all business functions are used, or you can say focus. Now the query type, the database simple uses query transaction queries, whereas in data warehouse complex queries for in-depth analysis. The database summary, it is a highly grammar and pivot, and in terms of database it has granular and precise as you want to do it. So this is all about today's session. Thank you so much. This session powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jayati Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.